Yo everyone, we are back with Trails Through Daybreak 2. Last time, we did a bunch of NPCs around Aramis, we did some side quests, and the academy got bombed. But it's okay, we fixed it. This time, speaking of NPCs, holy shit, there is a lot. In particular, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different districts to cover. I trimmed a lot of them down. Actually, I trimmed all of them down. Some more than others. This one, we do not have much, luckily. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 people to talk to there, and then we got a side quest here. So, hopefully things don't go by too slowly. But we'll see. I spent like a fucking hour trimming down these NPCs, so hopefully it won't go too bad on this time around. First off, we have James and Frederica up here. I can't believe Ronald would do something so stupid. Was he really the one behind today's bomb threat? Don't act like you didn't know already, especially considering how close your families are. Can only imagine how much his dad paid you to turn a blind eye to all this. Everyone involved needs to be held responsible for his actions, including you. I can't say I disagree. I mean, the fact that I overlooked his behavior during my time as student council president. I have no excuse for what I've done. Sorry, I shouldn't have blown up on you like that. I know you've already paid more than enough for his mistakes. Perhaps. But regardless, what Ronald did was a crime, and he will not be escaping the consequences this time. Frederica. So that's how she views the situation. I think I understand why she's so jealous of Ren now. He probably doesn't want to admit Ren's doing a better job. Gotta keep her pride intact somehow. That idiot ignored my calls just for this? You're a bit of a spitfire, James. Wow. That was a nice one. Nice one to start things off. It's interesting sitting like the hierarchy and past of how everything's worked in the in Aramis and whatnot between all the students. Next up, we got an important one. I just feel like there's a limit to how much information I can get in Edith. Anyway, have you found anything over in Aracion? Yeah, it's just like you said. Something weird is happening with the stock market. But it's different from what happened last year, right? When the Quincy Company and Etois prices crashed. From what I remember, Valison Investment Bank was the one that came to their rescue. Exactly. It's not like their reputation was at an all-time high, but the people's faith in them has basically plummeted. However, I've actually noticed a new player in the market recently. There's this one investor. He's been buying up all sorts of property in the Republic, even in Edith. So that's what was affecting the market? Yeah. If you hadn't said something in the first place, I probably wouldn't have picked up on it. I kind of thought it was just a lucky guess, but you've got some real journalistic instincts, don't you? Well, I did have a little help. But anyway, why don't you tell me the name of that investor? I would, but all I have are his initials. It sounds like Marielle's been pretty busy lately. Boy, Marielle's natural instinct and dogged thirst for scoops really catches me off guard sometimes. But they also stoke my competitive spirit as an RG reporter. I'm gonna keep looking into this through my own investigative channels. Good for you. Oh, hi Agnes. Out in the town with the substitute Spriggans? I heard about how you handled today's incident at the academy, by the way. Mind if I get an interview later? As nice as that sounds, we'll have to pass. Aw. Well, okay. Must be pretty busy anyway, if you're still at it this late at night. As for me, I just got a lead on this case I've been dogging for a while, thanks to Ferdinand here. Now comes the part where I really have to work my butt off. You guys hang in there too, okay? Bye, Mario. See you, bestie. Alright, well that was simple. As for what's not so simple, a side quest. Oh, thanks for coming on, yes. I guess Van's still out of town, huh? Unfortunately, yes.
but we should be able to handle anything that needs doing while he's away. That said, you had something you wanted to ask regarding Lashkar, right?
Yeah. He's been working part-time at the Central Marsh recently. But I'm sure you've heard that he's trying to become a bracer again, right? Ever since what happened to Cray Village, I thought he'd cooled off on the idea, but last week he started acting a little different. And today I just can't figure out where he went. Kaina and Lashkar. They're both from Cray Village, but managed to keep from getting caught up in the disaster.
Yeah, trauma doesn't always get better with time. At least, not easily.
Kaina, I'm sure you must be terribly worried about him. I'd like to know more about what's going on with Lashkar lately. Do you think you could give us some more information? Well, first, you remember how out of control he was last year up until the Revolution Festival, right? Yeah, I remember. He had so much pent-up anger that he used it to pick fights with the local thugs. Then, at the beginning of the year, he started living with me. And he'd actually started making some friends around the Central Marsh. I thought he had finally calmed down. But a little more than a week ago, no, maybe a little before that even, he started running off at night. It's almost like he's worse now than he was before. He'll even start crying sometimes, completely out of nowhere.
He sounds pretty unstable.
On top of everything else, he came home injured yesterday. I tried asking him about what was going on, but he refused to talk. He just ran off again. Ever since then, I really am bad at this, aren't I? And I think I'm supposed to be the one adult he can rely on. Please, if there's anything you can do to help him. I hope you realize this isn't all on you.
We still don't quite have enough info to go on, though, which means it might take some time to investigate. What do you want to do, Aggie?
Let me think.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll take the case. I'm not about to leave Lashkar to suffer through his feelings alone. Thank you so much. I'm so glad I asked you for help. We're still short on info, though. Guess we'll just have to start asking around. Right, let's look for people he has regular contact with and see if they know anything. Maybe someone over at the temple can help. Actually, he's been spending a lot of time with Yazan from the Central Marsh recently. Yazan has ways of getting bits and pieces of info from the underground. Lashkar was talking to him a lot back when he was getting into fights. I see. Guess the only other place worth looking at would be the guild. Okay. Sounds like the Bracer Guild. Alright.
Let's get investigating.
RPG time.
That'd be. Alright, so we have one place in this district.
Lashkar, huh? Yeah, he's been by my place a few times in the past. Like to ask about stuff going on in the criminal underworld. Can't count how many times I told him not to get involved in all that mess.
I see. Sounds like he's been up to a lot lately. Was there anything about him that seemed different? We heard he started acting a little strange about a week ago.
Unfortunately, I haven't seen him around in a few days. But you said this started a week ago.
That's about all that Kaina could tell us, yeah. Do you know if anything happened to him around that time?
Well, about 10 days ago, I heard talk that some people from the Central East have been up to something. Got ties to the underworld, too. Of course, it's just a rumor, but I figure it's something you might want to be aware of.
Interesting. There's no clear connection, but it couldn't hurt to keep it in mind.
A mysterious crime ring, eh? Sounds pretty shady.
We don't know if they've got anything to do with Lashkar, though. For right now, it's just one more possible lead. That was certainly an interesting conversation, although I can't really say we have more information than what we started with. We should talk to some more people before we rush into a decision. Onwards to the Bracer Guild is what I would say if it was next on the list, but it isn't.
Zoom, zoom!
By the way, you know what time it is?
Welcome to the Treon Mall.
Oh yeah.
It's Giordano time, baby! It's your stop, brother. You're a real happy cat bringing a girl from out of town to a happening spot like this. The view at night from the observatory is like nothing you ever seen before. I bet that little jewelry box is gonna blow that little lady's mind.
Don't mention that or she'll figure it out. Still, I really can't thank you enough, sir.
It was a lovely ride. We appreciate you recommending us all those places to visit, too.
Hold the butter, sister. I'm just doing my job. Lady Luck deserves all the credit for this once-in-a-lifetime drive. You ever need another lift? Just give old Giordano a holler, you dig? You ask me, bearing folks around ain't just a physical journey, but an emotional one too. Take this pair of cool cats. When I brought them over here, the bond they share came along for the ride. A car can connect two hearts together the same way it does two places. Now if that ain't poetic, I don't know what is. Shit, I might have to go into the business.
Oh, brother. Giordano, you are a fucking national treasure.
Anyways, the most important character of all. Actually, no, Giordano is more important than you, Lila. I'm sorry. And as you can see, the acerbic tomato placed first among last month's sales. We couldn't have done it without ZCF, especially not without the import contract you had negotiated for us.
Well, I'm glad the tomato's doing so well. I'm sure you're just good at selling them, though. You know, I've actually heard that the Liberal boutique's been getting a lot of praise lately, even in Liberal itself. There's even been some concern that people will be so satisfied with the shop they won't even feel like they have to come to Liberal anymore.
I mean, they're wrong though. Liberal's actually getting more tourism than ever because of you guys. Well, as an employee of the woman who proposed the shop in the first place, I'm more than pleased with how everything's turning out.
Honestly, this is a therapeutic part of my trip. But anyway, I'll be expecting great things from you all.
Come to think of it, you seem much busier than usual, Ray.
Yeah, we actually received a request from the West Zamirian Tech Union, so I've been having to deal with that this whole time. It's all over with now, though, so I should be ready to head back by tomorrow. Oh, sounds like they're both from Liberal.
In the tech union they mentioned. I'm a little curious. Doesn't seem relevant to us, at least.
Well, not to you, but it is to me.
Oh, aren't you that girl that came to Basel last year with the Spriggan?
Yes, and I believe you're that researcher from Liberal. Ray, was it?
Van's note said you helped in gathering materials for some painkillers. That's right. But anyway, if I'm remembering correctly, you're an ARMA student. That must mean you've met with the ZCF's technical advisor.
Technical advisor? Would that be Ren by any chance? That girl's got her hands in a whole bunch of pies, huh? I can never work that hard.
And yet you're a pro in your own right.
This is an individual who created the acerbic tomato through selective breeding. He may be a tad eccentric, but he's a remarkably gifted researcher. The ZCF is fortunate to have him. It's always a pleasant surprise to have a fellow Liberalian walk through the doors.
Okay.
It's really nice having two legacy characters like this. Lila's a more important one, but he was like a side quest NPC, I believe, or something.
I'm quite proud of what we have to offer. We'll be looking forward to your next visit.
Bye, Lila. Bye, Ray. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we got these two up on stage. They're chilling. Not really much else to note there. However, over here, we got the tea! So, how's work going, Mr. Department of Internal Affairs?
Not this again. Look, you can poke and prod all you like, but I'm not just gonna blab about government secrets, Sasha.
Aw, was it that obvious? Well, whatever. I wanted to talk about something else anyway. How's it been going with Miss Sonia? You two going on another date anytime soon?
Not yet, no. I've been meaning to ask her, actually. But I wanted to know if you had any recommendations for stores she might be interested in.
The tea! Spill it! Stores Miss Sonia might be interested in, huh? Well, I could tell you. For a price, of course.
Sasha, they're government secrets for a reason. But I can buy you dessert.
Yes! It's great to hear them talking about stuff. Stuff in general. It ain't gotta be anything in particular. I ain't a picky one. Alright, next up, we got the Mr. himself. Hiya! I came by today to visit the Mihi movie theater. Out of curiosity, did you happen to catch last night's big hit, Michigan Boots? The adorable lead role was played by none other than Me. It's a laid-back, feel-good type of plot. And also doubles as a revolutionary Revolutionary foray into the darkness of greed lurking in every living soul. Oh, sounds like my kind of story. How feel good could it be with social commentary like that?
It isn't. Trust me. Don't see it, Swin.
Boy, oh boy, I wonder what movies they're playing right now. There's so many genres to choose from. This theater's like a dream come true.
Hey, Toki. Nope. Something about this theater just rubs me the wrong way. It's completely devoid of the vintage warmth that this spirit cinema has always had. So pardon me if all these shallow trappings nestled inside a soulless shopping mall don't suit my fancy.
So true, bestie.
Well, all told, I can't deny that Stardust Cinema has a halfway decent lineup. 100 Days. Now there's a masterpiece worth seeing. This place deserves a little more credit from me if they're willing to show a film as hot-hitting as that.
I see. Well, we gotta see a movie ourselves, so why don't we see that? Or, yeah, actually, let's see that one. The trio made their way into the theater. I have to see everything anyway, so might as well.
Strap on in, kids.
Two months. Oh, wait, 2 months. Oh, shit. This is the actual fucking, this is Sky music. Wow. This is the Laced Fortress music, isn't it? Boasts overwhelming manpower. Liberal Kingdom is on the brink of total occupation. Grand Soul and the Laced Fortress are still holding strong. Oh, shit. Dude, a period piece on the 100-Day War is kind of crazy. The site of the battered Annenberg wall surrounding the royal city stands in testament to that. The wall's multitudes of wounded soldiers, empty cannons, and perforated ramparts, all signs point to its inevitable collapse. Private First Class Rid, whose section of the wall is about to give way. See, it despairs the Empire's tanks around them. Private Rid catches a glimpse of hope in a moment that would change the very course of history itself.
It's Colonel Cassius Bright!
How can we compete with a military of that size?
Damn, we don't even get CG for this one.
I guess this really is the end. Oh, Dad. I'm sorry I wasn't a better son. I'm so sorry.
Whoops.
What was that? Where did those shots come from? Above!
Oh shit, Richard!
The cavalry has arrived. You can leave the rest to the mobile task force. Onward to victory and glory. The time has come to win another day for our home.
Richard, motherfucker!
Prepare to commence our final counter-offensive. Make the enemy tremble before the unwavering spirit of the Royal Armed Forces.
Dude, they were fucking holding that shit for good reason. That is the dude. Dude. Oh my god. The last arc of this series better have like a fucking last hurrah and have like characters from every arc.
And as the tide began to turn,
like, dude,
I was finally able to make sense of it.
Like, they should have every character that's never come back
and those long
just return.
Was to buy time for this.
And I don't mean take every character from the series. Oh shit!
Ships were developed in secret for three-dimensional maneuvers. Nothing like it's ever been attempted before.
Cassius and Morgan!
Work. However,
oh my fucking god, dude!
Infantry. Men, lend yourselves to our cause. For our country, for your homeland.
Yeah!
The fate of the kingdom rests on this battle!
Hoorah!
Those orders put the fire back into the troops and rekindled a sense of patriotism towards our nation.
Let's fucking go!
Unaware that I was witnessing a turning point in history, I took my gun in hand and stepped onto the battlefield.
It's peak, I'm afraid. Dude! Fuck. Fuck. I wish Zin was in the party! I wish I could talk with this about characters that were actually in Liberl! Fuck! Oh my god. Dude. Okay. Anyways, before I read Swin's dialogue, what I was going to say is that I want the final arc of the series. I don't need it to bring back every playable in the series. I don't need it to bring back every character in the series. What I want it to do is I want them to somehow fucking jerry-rig it together to have characters that have never returned in a future arc since their original inception. Characters that have not returned since their original arc. I want them to return. For example, in Liberl, most of the playables, I think almost all playables in Liberl have shown up to some extent or another. There's only a few that haven't. Richard is one of them. Richard has not returned since 3rd, which is an insane amount of time. Luckily, the Sky remakes are happening, so that's nice, but it's still the same content, even if it's more shiny and pretty. What I also want them to do, you know, characters like Richard, the Bracers from back then, Annalise, Grant, Karna, Kurt, I'd like them to return. And I think that the engine that they're doing the Calvard games and or the Sky games, Sky remakes on, the whole rest of the series should be on the same engine. So it should be possible to just tweak their designs and whatnot and get them in a new game, you know? I don't know what reasoning they would come for to bullshit some of them into another country, but I don't know, maybe the final stuff in the series will have it be so you like travel to every country somehow in just little areas of every single one of them. Julia, I also don't think has shown up since the Sky games. Mueller, he's been around in like, you know, Erebonia, so that makes sense. And Niall and Dorothy I'd also like to see come back. Those are examples of characters from like Liberl that haven't been brought back that I want to. And there's other cases here and there, but most of them have been brought back. I guess, actually, no, Kevin and Reese were in Crossbell, so they've been in another arc. Even if it's been a long time since they've shown up because Erebonia was such a long arc. Or Cold Steel. But yeah, no, there's a lot of cases like that. I think most everyone Crossbell onwards has returned. So I don't really worry about it. It's mainly just characters that were all the way back in Liberl. I don't think it's a big a deal for Crossbell because most of them showed up in like Reverie or stuff.
So, 100 Days is a film about the 100 Days War that took place 17 years ago in Liberl. Honestly, I expected the film to be longer given the subject matter.
For sure. They did a great job at explaining it all in a way that was easy to follow.
Ren told me a little about her adoptive father, but I never knew he was that amazing.
Right! Okay, good. We get a bit of Cassius talk, at least, this way.
Though I suppose I don't really know if that's what he was actually like.
I think he's currently ranked Lieutenant General. We've never met him in person either.
Of all the movies we could have picked, we chose an educational one. We're such great students. I think we deserve a reward for our deed. I'm gonna help myself to the boss man's tea cakes.
You realize you're gonna incur the wrath of Van again, right?
Oh, they have brochures for sale.
Yeah, get one for Van. There we go, more points for everyone. Bada bing, level 2. SEOM chain effect. Bada bing. Support effect up. That's everything here. And that just leaves Elaine. But first off, oh, it's all one thing. Elaine and the other bracers come around for drinks pretty often, even on some of their busy days. That's why I always try to have a few non-alcoholic drinks ready for them. That's very thoughtful of you, Shino. We appreciate it. Seriously, there's a reason I'm always itching to come back.
I'm glad to see your bar is so popular lately. I'm just glad to know it's up to customer satisfaction. It's always a pleasure to serve.
Tree Tower is simply lovely at night. What could go better with the view than a good cocktail? I can also mix up something non-alcoholic instead. All you need to do is ask.
Hello.
Highball.
Thank you.
Oh, hello. Are you three out on patrol? I know you must be worried after what happened today, but try not to overdo it, alright?
Students need their rest, after all. Given the nature of his job, you'd think Van would agree. But then he goes and brings 5 minors on board. By the way, aren't you guys from Elaine's alma mater? That's right. Oh, yeah, guess we did hear something about Elaine graduating from RMS, huh? I think someone said you were even in Van's class, too. And that you were both on the student council.
Oh, no, we totally just ruined the vibe they had going.
Guess Van did say to be careful about bringing up the past around her. I thought they were over it. Yeah, whatever. He says all the right things, then runs away with things when things aren't convenient for him. I suppose that's how he's always been, though. Never was one to ask me for help.
Is she drunk?
Ah, that would explain it.
Actually, there's no alcohol in these.
Well, boys will be boys, as they say. Just make sure to keep a tight hold on the reins.
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe I shouldn't have sounded so eager.
Phew.
Matters of the heart sure are complicated. Alright, let's just get out of here before she comes back to her senses. Honestly. I guess she's just high on the atmosphere. Drunk off the atmosphere. Everything I know about Elaine's relationship with Van is from what other people have told me. Not that it's any of my business, of course. Anyway, why don't we move on to some other topic? Here's a fun fact for you. I used to go to Arden International High School in Remiferia. If you want, I could always pretend I'm one of your old upperclassmen.
What do you mean pretend?
S&I are just your average garden variety school kids. That cat wasn't out of the bag before, it sure is now. At least it saves us the trouble of having to hoodwink the guild. I've noticed Regina's been working awfully hard recently. As much as I appreciate her efforts, rather she not stretch herself too thin. Of course, the same could be said to you all as well. Don't forget, you're still only teenagers. If anything serious ever happens, make sure you call the guild before it gets too out of hand, alright?
Yes, ma'am, we will.
Lena's experience rewinds before too, right? Yeah, they've saved her more than once before. No need to involve her in what's going on now, though.
Uh-huh. We can just hack it out on our own with this one.
Bye, Elaine. Up to the top. To the tippity top. Anyways, look who's up here. I already was up here, so I'm not going to pretend I didn't know, but good lord, what are you doing here? Also, speaking of up here.
Feels like it's been an eternity since I've been here. Though I wish I could have come with Van.
Why is Aggie looking so down?
That triggered as I came up here last time, so I wanted to point that out. The view tonight sure is grand. Guess I was right to swing on by. Still, things have been a little unsettling lately. So far, I've had to leave the stage to those kids. Oh yeah, that was another character I wanted to return in a future Trails game. I was thinking of older ladies. I want Queen Alicia to return in some favor. Well, I guess that just leaves me to do whatever I want. I'll make sure to live it up in my granddaughter's absence. Just who is this lady? Alright, no one knows who she is. Lamau. Anyways, next district. Whee! And I'm not even gonna pause because it's just right up here. I can't believe they said something was missing. I mean, a painting can only portray so much, you know. See what happened at the Revolution Festival last year. I released a drawing that depicted everything that happened, and for some reason, it was evaluated to be a warped world as seen by a disturbed artist. I could understand if they had difficulty grasping the visual, but for them to put it like that, it's inconceivable. But to think none of them were able to see what I was trying to portray. Does this mean I failed as an artist? Well, none of that matters. I will conquer Trian Tower. When I do, they'll simply have no choice but to recognize me. Maybe I'll even be able to convey a more abnormal scene. Gun buddy. With these two again. I was wondering when you'd show up. Hey, Agnes. You've really been putting we've really been putting our backs into the investigation for all this. I mean, the school even wants us to hold a briefing for all parents and guardians. Man, they're just gonna use it to tear us a new one. This sucks.
You guys seem pretty busy. I hope everything goes well.
Come on, Nate. No need to cry to civilians about it all. Anyway, don't you worry about us, Anius. It's all part of the job.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And the least we can do is help everyone feel a little safer. You know, we're actually getting kind of swamped with all these cases lately. They're really starting to pile up on us.
Sounds like you've got it pretty rough. Try not to screw it up, okay? I mean, we wouldn't want to put in so many hours if you guys just managed to do your job.
That's a little much, don't you think?
As a member of the police force, I'd like to thank you for your work today. At the same time, however, I want you to prioritize your own safety. So no more sticking your nose in dangerous situations, alright? Yes, you may be substitute Spriggans, but remember, you're still civilians. And don't you go forgetting that.
Aye, aye, sir. Man, I still gotta write up reports for the investigation. Huh? Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something? Oh, well, it probably wasn't anything important. Oh my fucking god, I'm gonna kill this guy! Your girlfriend is waiting for you, you fuck up! She's right over here! She's right over here!
I flipped my finger when I meant to pause the recording. Oh, that's Maxim and... Aslan? Isn't he a Z1 racer too? He's always in the news.
Sorry to intrude on your day like this. What the fuck is this voice I'm doing? Sorry to intrude on your day like this, but I just really wanted to buy you a drink. By the way, I heard you set a new record in your last race. Seems you're building quite the reputation. Well, thanks to you, I'll always welcome praise from... Well, thank you. I'll always welcome praise from Maxim Lucan. Just so you know, though, I intend to give you a run for your money. So try not to hold a grudge against me next time we face off. That's the spirit. I look forward to the challenge. You might be catching up on my times, but I never relinquished the champion seat so easily. And I'd expect nothing less. You're what I've always wanted to be, Maxim. So, see you in the finals, Red Comet. It'll be the greatest showdown yet.
Man, I have to get around a Gundam one of these days.
You know, this skewer is pretty good, but I should be heading back to the circuit for now. Need to get my blood pumping with a few laps. Gotta try to bring out your best after all. Oh, I figured. That's why I ordered a non-alcoholic drink for you. Just know you won't be getting one over on me that easily.
And there they go. I already did some balling over on the side. Anies was kind of killing it out on the court. Anyways, yes, she is chilling here waiting for him. Look at this shit. I know, the nerve of that guy. For shame, my dude. SMH.
Thank you, Hermes. Hopefully we'll be able to make the adjustments in time.
Glad to hear it. I'll keep an eye out for your reopening. Oh, if it isn't Arkwright's part-timers. I heard about what happened over at Armis. Sounds like it was only a reach away from total catastrophe. Good job stepping in time. You just might put your boss to shame.
That may be overselling it.
Speaking of sales, I've got a backlog of deliveries to make, so my hands are a little tied right this second. But if you're ever in need, I can hook you up with anything from blast suits to bulletproof vests. Just give me a holler if things start getting dicey.
Aw, that's sweet of you, bike lady. But we're trying to cut down on shootouts and bomb threats.
Have to wonder where you're even sourcing those things. Still, it's good to know we have someone to count on if things really do hit the fan.
Thank you very much, Hermes. She's just one of Calvard's many mysteries.
Nice work handling the situation over at Armis. Don't relax just yet, though. Something unusual is brewing these days. You can smell it in the air. Best to tread lightly, especially when you straddle the line between light and shadow the way we do. I see. You raise a good point. Opponents went missing. Wait, what was that? Cooling units. Oh, this is the guy that works at the cinema. I guess they're trying to get it back up and running, yeah? Luckily, there isn't much else. We'd only have one other group here, which is more of the people at school.
The owner just gave me the go-ahead. Said you've only got 30 minutes after closing, though. I'll try and help out to speed things up.
That'd be great, Lyle.
Are you sure it's okay for you to get home so late, though?
Yeah, don't you have to make dinner for your family?
It should be fine. I did some meal prepping early in the week, and my mom can handle putting the kiddos to bed. If I had to do that too, I wouldn't have room to squeeze in a night shift. Oh, hey, you guys.
Are you in the middle of work right now?
Well, something like that.
Wow, you're really putting the hours, huh?
I could say the same for you three.
Yeah, filming at a cafe this late at night? That sounds like some serious overtime.
Well, you know how it is. Let's have to make sure the takes we get are worth it.
Cafe after hours makes for a pretty spicy atmosphere, though, don't you think? Boy, would I love to get on behind closed doors with a cute coworker or a beautiful customer. Or...
You know, I was just about to have a change of heart about you, Lyle. My mistake.
At least it's consistent. True. Nice guy. Well, nice within reason.
Back over in the station of the Straits. Bus guy! I'll be graduating soon, so I've started applying all the sorts of vacancies in Edith. I keep getting lost on the bus, though, so I end up getting to my interviews too late. But I won't let that stop me. I just have to add time spent being lost to my schedule from now on. Can't believe I keep missing shit because of my bus now. Things have really changed, not for the better.
Hey, look at this. Someone just posted a special expose on Nina Fenley. Oh, I didn't know you could get stuff like that on your T-phone. Now I really want one. She's so cute in that pic, though. Honestly, that natural beauty aesthetic she's got going completely sets her apart from the other celebs. Yeah, no kidding. She might not be as much of a glitz and glamour girly as Judith is, but what she's doing works just as well. Her acting's supposed to be pretty good too, but honestly, I think her looks really speak for themselves. Totally. Oh, and her hair looks so silky. Like, seriously, give me a list of all her hair products. Oh my god. You know, I used to buy celeb tabloids all the time, but now all the hottest goss is up on the ArbleNet. Probably because the T-phone's been so popular lately. Man, this thing's really got it all, huh? All people ever talk about is how good Nina's acting is. But don't you think she's like picture perfect too? I mean, she's practically a doll. I need all her skincare tips stat.
No, not scat. Nope. Skip it a bap and dada. I'm scared, man. Skip it over the everybody wants to dance with us. Check out Miss Jew. As a matter of fact, when I've told you back, a scat can do it, and so can you.
Well, if it's an audience and friends. Ted and Albert? What are you two doing out so late?
We wanted to meet up to go over today's events.
Yeah, thanks for all your hard work today, you three. A little birdie told me you guys were doing some investigating when you noticed the bomb.
If it weren't for you, there's no telling just how many people could have been injured. So, really, thank you so much. I can be grateful for your job this time at least, Agnes. Of course.
Yeah, it was no sweat. We're just gonna make triple sure Van rewards us when he gets back.
Before I forget, we had something we wanted to pass on to the two of you.
Oh, yeah, it was a list of all the clubs participating in the festival. Oh, right, that thing again. I know you guys transferred here mid-semester, so I figured it might as well help gain your footing a bit. I didn't think I'd see you after school, so I actually left it on at my desk. I'll just give it to you tomorrow.
Wow, that's so nice of you. Can't wait to see what all the clubs are doing. Thanks, Daddy, Birdie.
Yeah, really appreciate it.
Wait, back up. Did you just call me Daddy?
Why does it seem like we've already had this conversation? Holy shit, he's aware!
Albert still has some of his memories? Well, I guess that's all right. I think she'd still be on track.
I was awfully impressed by how Miss Toa dealt with that incident. Being able to deal with issues under duress isn't a skill everyone has, after all. Maybe she's been in worse situations in the past. Oh, you have no idea.
Phew. Wonder when Ren's coming back. I know I've grown a lot from not being able to lean on her all the time, but it's just so much work. True. All right, onwards to the guild finally. Hello, Zinny time.
Oh, it's you guys. Heard you had a few problems to deal with yesterday. There was a bomb threat over at Armus, right? Something to do with a grudge. Well, I'm glad it was taken care of before anyone was hurt.
You seem to be awfully well informed on the matter. I guess information moves pretty fast in the guild. Hey, got any more details in that big brain of yours?
Sorry, but we left most of the investigating to the police. Yeah, unfortunately we have our own issues to worry about. If only we had more answers.
Their own issues. Wonder what's going on.
And it looks like Elaine's out as well.
We already talked to her.
Well, it's not our problem. I say we just see ourselves out.
We've had to do a lot of running around lately, so taking care of the capital's been left to our juniors. If only Fee were here. Well, they're doing fine for the moment, and I'm sure that's thanks to your group as well.
Yeah, bet your sweet bippy it is.
Lashkar? Yeah, I figured you'd be on the case before long. Is this the case I think it is?
I'm assuming the guild is working on it too.
I knew Lashkar had connections at the guild. Sorry, I knew Lashkar had connections to the guild, but this is way more than I thought he'd get.
Well, sorry to disappoint, but we're actually still waiting to hear back about him ourselves. We have someone hard at work on Lashkar's case right now, so we're leaving it up to him for the moment.
Ooh, glad to hear the 80th branch is already on the job. Figures that Elaine's guild will be so on the ball. But who's this person you've got working on Lashkar's case?
A young bracer named Gray. Lashkar's been talking with him a lot since the beginning of the year. He started noticing some changes in the boy before anyone else, so he went and took the initiative to investigate.
Is there any way you could share any of the info he collected with us?
Well, I don't see why not. Working together would probably be more efficient anyway.
I kind of didn't expect you to agree so quickly. The documentation we got from Van mentioned that we'd be unlikely to get much help from the guild.
That kind of ticks me off, to be honest. Well, regardless, you'll find no objections from me.
We really appreciate it. So, has Gray had anything to report?
God, Van's just fucking tsundere as hell for the guild because it's like,
Lane, you, Zen, they're all there. I hate them all.
Well, as I'm sure you know by now, the boys reverted to the way it was before, driven by anger and thoughts of vengeance. Of particular concern was a fight he had with a delinquent several years older than him. Beat the man halfway to Sunday.
damn, really?
He took on someone older than him and won? Yep, and apparently the guy even told Gray that he was way stronger than any kid he'd seen. Seemed like it wasn't just a matter of technique either. We believe he's using something to make him more powerful than normal.
Given the short time frame, I'd find it hard to believe that he's received any form of training either. I think the most likely cause is he's using some sort of drug.
Yes, we came to the same conclusion. However, we still don't have any information on how he obtained those drugs, or who he received them from.
I guess it's a similar thing to Curtis.
Naturally, the guild cannot afford to let this continue. We told Gray to put everything he has into this case.
Wow, this turned out to be a bigger issue than I thought it'd be. Yeah, we need to find Lashkar as soon as possible.
By the way, Gray also mentioned the possibility that Lashkar's been having a meeting with an unknown third party. Once we can identify that individual and their whereabouts, we'll head back out in another attempt to locate Lashkar. I actually have to deal with another job at the moment, but I plan to help with the search when I get some free time. Anyway, don't push yourself too hard out there, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you for sharing what you could with us. We really appreciate it.
Alright. Oh, no, who with? Riverside. Oh. Maybe I do know, actually. Hold up. And onwards to our next place. Over here in Riverside. Look who it is on stage. Thank you for letting me join on such short notice. The time we spend together is yours and mine alone. Let's make this a night to remember. Woo! Woohoo! Ah, it's pretty lively in here. Wait, where have I seen her before? Right, Van's the only one that saw her like that. Come on, everyone, raise those voices. Get your blood pumping. Woohoo! Van's the only one that's seen her like that, I suppose. Gonna have to wait a bit more on that one. Let's see.
Gotta treat myself every now and then.
That you can, Van. That you can and that you shall. Oh yeah, I got a freaking request to do stuff in the Martian Garden, which is kind of wild. Which I guess just means I gotta do that before we end up finishing around here. Which should be fine with the space we're going at.
Hello, sweetheart.
Oh, Toa's in here. Interesting. I was speaking about these two last time, so let's do this first.
That new chapter was amazing. The scene where Akira and Shadow Akira cross paths once more. It's like the emotion was flying right off the page. I think it's really added to the depths of the Dark Hero's character, too. Boy, I sure am glad I came along on your trip.
Uh-huh, is that right? I never even got a chance to enjoy myself. Got too many more fans now, too. Man, they're never gonna let me relax.
Looks like her mind's wandering off. Maybe she's already planning the next plot twist. Well, I'll let you get back to it then. I look forward to next week's issue.
Hey, Cronin, you don't have much of a love life, do you?
How could you tell?
Damn.
We do have one request, actually. It's about the next chapter's lineup. Mia's won a lot of the popularity polls, right? So maybe we could have her pop in for a bit? I know this might be a lot to ask, but just consider it, please?
Mia, huh? Didn't actually have anything in mind, so whatever is fine with me. Guess she is pretty easy to draw, too. I'll just whip something up real quick. Man, I really thought that trip was gonna be a chance to take it easy for once. Does he get a kick out of making my life hard or something? This is gonna be cool.
Hey, it's Tiny Teach.
Welcome, welcome, my darling guests.
What are you three doing at a bar? And so late at night, too. As your teacher, I'm afraid I cannot condone such delinquent behavior. Oh, we're not here to drink, Miss Toa. I'm just kidding. I know you're here to see Bermati. I'm actually here getting info from him as well. You walked right into the middle of our conversation.
We were talking about how discrimination against people from the Empire has finally managed to die down a bit.
Yeah, I guess you're right. The general attitude towards them really seems to have lightened up in the past few years.
It has, yes. And the fact that people hold Thean in such high regard now is proof. I suppose it's too much to ask for long years of discord to be resolved in such a short time, but it's nice to see progress being made.
On a similar note, the relations between Crossbell and the Empire have also improved considerably. Although I would think much of that improvement is thanks to the Round of 7. Isn't that right, Toei?
Right. We're all giving it everything we've got out there. Reen especially. He's been working with His Highness on all manner of issues in the Empire.
Oh, do tell.
We keep trying to tell him not to overdo it, but he's always been a little stubborn.
Pot, meat, kettle. Then again, you're both the worst, so you know.
Guess the guy did always give off some real workhorse vibes. No thank you.
Sounds like the Ashen Chevalier and Class 7 haven't changed very much at all then. At least from what we know of them.
You two have met the Ashen Chevalier? I mean, I knew you were well connected, but...
Reen Schwarzer.
Reen Schwarzer and Miss Toa. Not only were they fellow students, but they seem to be co-workers as well.
Hell yeah, they are!
Everything I've ever read about him was based on rumors, but I wonder what he's really like.
Who knows? Maybe he'll know someday. I mean, this is Reen Schwarzer we're talking about. There's no way he isn't going to return one of these games. Come on, if you're going to pull in a few extra sales, you got to bring that dude back.
I keep in touch with my juniors through an app called the Round of 7. It was launched around 3 years ago. Lately, I've been trying to keep them informed on what's happening in the Republic. I've even mentioned Swin and Nadia to them a few times. They're really hoping you two enjoy your school lives. Imagine a room full of saps looking at us. It's kind of creepy.
What she means to say is we appreciate it. That's awesome.
How strange. And on your first day, no less. I would say it's to be expected for the life of a substitute Spriggan, but... At least you still have the rest of the school year ahead of you, right?
Cheers to a great night. Aw, leaving so soon.
I wish I could stay. But duty calls! And by duty, I mean NPCs.
Come on in and eat your...
Damn, my mouth is really burning. Rima's been trying out some new ideas for our new menu item. She's had me eating nothing but habaneros all day. Why am I here taste testing anyway? Just whose stand does she think this is? Maybe I should take a more firm stance with her.
My stuff can't be beat. I'll be waiting for you.
There's something missing. Tacos won't win without it. Maybe we should add something more stimulating. An ingredient that really fires up the senses. Whatever it is, I'll find it. Anything to beat Shino's bar.
Sure, go on.
Phew.
Feels like it's been a while since we've had troublemakers in town. Can't believe it ended in us making a trip to Crossbell.
Yeah, white-collar schemes are the worst. I'm glad it's over. Anyway, you've been doing a lot of training lately, haven't you? I'll be depending on you, Mr. B rank.
Only a little. I mean, I just want to be able to protect people on my own from now on. Mostly, I want Regina to stop telling me I'm hopeless without her.
Well, I have a feeling getting stronger won't solve that issue.
Wait, what? Why do you say that?
Oh boy, men sure are hopeless. I can't help but feel a little sorry for Regina.
It's an uphill battle for sure.
Damn, he really has no clue, huh? Well, whatever. I'm more worried about Gray anyway. Feels like he's been pretty focused on looking for something lately.
More like someone.
Maybe I should check up on him. Oh, it's you.
Don't worry about me. I'm fine. I was just thinking about how I need to get Lahad to start training me soon. Yeah, I made it to B rank, but that doesn't mean I can start slacking off. I need to get stronger. Amen to that. Time for the peak duo. Not quite yet. We have Edmund.
Tacos are different.
I forget my voice for you, so... Alright, you only had 2 lines anyways.
Hey, Selma. Can tell you've been jogging again. Here, I brought you a coffee.
Thanks, Lottie. That was real nice of you.
Well, you deserve a little treat after all the work you've done. Still, you've really been running a lot lately. Got some kind of goal you're working towards?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh crap, there's no way I can tell him I'm just trying to lose weight so I can get a boyfriend.
Actually, there's a marathon that's happening in the capital every May. I was thinking that maybe I could participate in the one that's coming up, but I'll probably just end up embarrassing myself.
I don't think you will. Huh? Don't give up, Selma. I'm sure we can make your dream come true somehow.
I appreciate the enthusiasm, but what does that mean?
So that's what she's been thinking lately. Is that why she's working so hard? I'm kind of interested now. Maybe I'll try it out with her sometime.
What do you mean by that? We can make your dream come true. What's my heart pounding for? Am I dying?
I better see these two get together by the end of the arc. That's all I want. All I want. I like a lot of the NPCs, but those two, they stand a bit above the Call of Duty, you know? They're a bit above everything else. And that's why I need them to do more. Every now and then, see what I was up to. I think it's a little funny to turn his niece a car freak. I don't remember who you are, Carlos. I'm sorry.
I've been friends with Carlos here since my Z1 days. See, he was a racer for Lino, and I was one of Ingot's chief engineers. We practically lived for our jobs. Yeah, we were busy as all get out back then, but it made for some good memories.
Can I help you?
It's not how you sound in my head. Victory had to retire. Okay.
So that's a spoiler changed. Whoa, Lucio was right. It fits perfectly.
Hey, Tomboy, remember to do a final check before you head off, you hear?
Yes, sir. And thanks for all your tuning advice. All right, attachment complete. Just in time for tonight's race too. Can't wait to see what this baby can pull. All right, now for the side quest. Secret tunnel, secret tunnel. This is about Lashkar, isn't it? I've been worried about him myself. Boy's been torn up over his hatred of Almada. Yeah. You really think he's declined that much? I thought it finally started to recover. There must have been something that triggered his change in attitude. Do you have any idea of what that could be? Nero. Nero, was that a friend of his? No, it was the name of a cat that was one of the little girls in Cray was taking care of. I assume he must have been lost in the explosion then. Oh, fuck. Oh. Another cat that looked just... Oh, fuck. Now that I think about it, I feel like he has mentioned something about a cat before. But I've got a feeling that the one he found wasn't actually Nero, huh? Fortunately not. The pattern on his fur was strikingly similar, but it was a completely different cat. Once Lashkar came to realize that, his temper flared up again. So the reality he was trying to ignore came back to bite him in the end. Honestly, I can't help feeling that we failed the poor thing. Failed to save him from his internal torment. If we're to have any hope of helping him this time, we'll need to treat him much more seriously than we did before. It's nice to hear that the temple cares so much for Lashkar. I know he'll be in good hands once we find him. While we're still on the subject, though, have you noticed anything else odd going on in relation to Lashkar? Yeah, I got the feeling the whole Nero thing isn't what pushed him over the edge. There's gotta be something else we're missing. Actually, I did hear an interesting tidbit from a few of the parishioners recently, whatever that word is. Roaming around Riverside at night. Okay. Oh, God. I'm feeling tired now. Unseemly types have been around those areas lately, which makes them all the more worried. Thank you again for all your help, Mother Kira. The details you shared should definitely help us track him down. Yeah. Thanks for your protections. Alright. Really think so? Sorry, this is just kind of... I'm running out of fumes, or running out of fuel here, sorry. Well, I think we have enough info to piece together what Lashkar's been up to. Yes. However, we still don't fully understand what brought about the change in his mental state, or why someone's attempting to take advantage of him. Well, at the very least, we know that he's been meeting up with an individual under the bridges. That's our best lead right now. The lady at the temple said he'd been wandering around Riverside, right? And hasn't there been a lot of dangerous activity lately by the underground maintenance tunnel? That's right. I have a feeling that's where Lashkar's been headed off to. Especially considering what the Bracer Guild told us about the possibility of drugs being involved. However, while we know Lashkar's been spotted in the area, nobody's actually seen him entering the underground maintenance tunnel. This area is incredibly inconspicuous, though. I have a feeling we have the right place. Yeah, Riverside as a whole seems like a pretty convenient location for whoever Lashkar's dealer is, too. Don't you think so, Aggie? It sounds like you're already one step ahead of me, Nadia. But you're right. Yazan mentioned there was people from the Central East with ties to its criminal underworld, too. If that's who pushed Lashkar into this, it would explain the meeting place. The temple he goes to is here in Riverside, and there are more Central Easterners here than in other districts. Which means it'd be easier for them to blend in. That explains why they're so willing to do this stuff in public. At any rate, we should check out the underground maintenance tunnel. With you all the way, Aggie. And if someone's down there, I should be able to sense them no problem. Alright, and thus we go. Onwards. Oh, it's that way. There's a child's footprints here. They look fresh. Anything on your end, Nadia? Not really picking up anything. But looking at the map, this tunnel's pretty long, isn't it? Hard to get a clear reading of the inside when we're all the way out here.
Aren't you guys... Oh, it's Gray.
Gray, what are you doing here?
So it is you, Anyas. And these two must be the substitute Spriggans filling in for Van. Hazel told me you guys would be helping out with Lashkar's case. I'm surprised you already managed to sniff this place out. Seems Van trained you guys well.
Actually, I think we just got lucky. Because the information everyone's give us was so helpful, all we had to do was narrow down his location. I was hoping we might be able to track down the person Lashkar's been meeting with as well.
Huh, wait a second. I thought you guys knew he was inside already.
What? Did you follow them here?
Yeah, managed to puzzle out when they'd be meeting so that I could tail one of them. It's been about 30 minutes since Lashkar first entered. I bet anything he's meeting with whoever his dealer is right now. My hope is to secure their meeting place, expose whoever's behind this, and get Lashkar back home.
So you're using Lashkar as bait to pin down the ringleader.
That's a little surprising, considering the kid's so fond of you, I mean. From a risk management perspective, I made the best decision I could. If all I did was put a stop to Lashkar meeting with the dealer, the larger issue wouldn't just disappear.
Well, I guess that seems reasonable enough. Not the kind of thing I expect from a bracer, though. I understand where you're coming from, but for right now, are you willing to give us a hand?
Of course. I don't have any problem working with you guys. I plan to make my move soon, though. Once you're ready, let's start making our way in.
Me and S are ready when you are, Aggie.
Alright.
Yeah, it shouldn't take too long. Yeah. I feel I won't find anyone. Alright. Let's get ourselves a move on. Good idea, let's hurry.
What are they planning to do by bringing them in here anyway? Just what are they after? Why Lashkar? Just as an...
Nadia, the live Nadia reaction! The way she just stopped dead fucking her tracks and just goes... It just stares. Nope, I was just thinking about how you seem a little unusual for a bracer. You felt for Lashkar, listened to his troubles, and even now your main focus is just on saving him. Kind of feels like you can really relate to the little guy, which you mean you've been through a lot yourself.
Just trying to do what I can to help. I mean, he's counting on me, so I have to keep him from making the same mistakes I did. Nadia, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing. Just having a little chit-chat's all. We're coming. Dead in her tracks. That's so funny to me.
How does this?
Nice work out there, kid. How you feeling? Body getting used to it yet?
Yeah, feels good. I get as angry as I want. I can hate as much as I want, and it fills me with power. I get stronger. The more I think about them. The ones who murdered everyone in my village.
Looks like it's taken to it even better than we expected.
In that case, you should be ready to up his dosage.
I wasn't expecting much from the rumors at first, but this kid's got some pretty serious rage built up inside. Got a real nose for talent, Commander Havid. Especially to find a kid like this among a bunch of peace-loving rubes like the ones here in Calvert.
Makes you say that.
It's pretty easy to spot talent in the Blacklight District, don't you think? At least easier than spotting on the battlefield. At least letting this kid fade into oblivion would have been the real tragedy, if you ask me. If we raise him right, he'll make for a hell of a warrior.
If I get stronger, I can do anything. Otherwise, I couldn't protect.
Yeah, think of that hatred as your fuel. Seems I was right to have high hopes for you.
It looks like our visitors have finally arrived. Or did you think we wouldn't notice? These guys must be part of that one Jaeger group from the Central East. The Scorpions of Zahad, I think it was. Surprised they noticed us. Guess the rank of captain still means something even in C-tier Jaeger groups.
True, even if they did get knocked out of last year's death game in the first round.
The group dispatched to Erosian was one of our least skilled units. Be wise not to conflate them with the best we have to offer. That little mishap did force us to reflect on increasing the strength of our military prowess.
What are you doing here? This is none of your concern. Lashkar, what have you done to him? It really happened giving him enhancement drugs. You seem different from the ones Almada were using, though.
Don't get the wrong idea. He came to us with nowhere to go, seeking power and tormented by loneliness. All we did was give him the means to convert those feelings into the power he so desperately wanted. Enough! You really think you can get away with manipulating a child into taking narcotics? I'm offended you put our herb on the same level as that poison Almada liked to dole out. See, in our homeland, there aren't any laws that prohibit its use, so it hardly seems fit to judge by your standards, don't you think? And you want to know something funny? It's not illegal in Calvert either.
Is this really what you want, Lashkar? I thought you wanted to be a bracer so that you could protect Annie. Whatever happened to that little boy? Is this what his idea of strength is? Back then, I couldn't protect anyone.
I understand why you don't want to drown in your hatred. I understand better than anyone else. But even if you were to accomplish what you hope to do with it, would you be able to take pride in your actions?
He's right, you know. Getting that kind of power as a child has a way of haunting people for the rest of their life. I've seen a lot of kids broken because of it. Can't say it's something I'd recommend.
Right. This isn't the type of power you want. It'll end up swallowing you whole. There's a strength beyond all the suffering you're feeling, but it's one you'll have to find for yourself. That's all it is to take him out, to throw him off. Maybe the kid really was a waste of time. Not that simple. He's just feeling conflicted. If we can show him that the path we laid out for him is the one of power, then he'll find his resolve. So let's kill these people. Guess that means we gotta prove we're right then. Anius, I'll look for an opening and try to pull Lashkar out of there. Can you three draw their fire until I get to him?
Understood. We'll do our best. Just be careful, okay?
Finally, a fight.
You're given a job. We're not leaving it until we finish it. Lashkar's coming with us.
Destroy them!
Alright, let's try some Holy Bloom. EP regen, boost recovery.
Shining flowers.
New one.
Give us your blessings. Thanks a million. Swim.
I just want to do some setup, and I also wanted to see the new animation. At least get something new in here, you know?
My turn.
Alright, go this way. Hit him with it.
Getting away. Cross. Diver.
Sick. And there goes 3 of them.
Nadia.
I always forget how insane it is that you get an A powered craft for only 40 CP. Like, that's insane to me still.
Hitches and stitches.
Like, that does good damage, you know?
Chance.
Plasma Sphere. Yeah, sure.
Like that. You got this, Aggie.
Bye-bye.
Our time to shine.
Activating drive. Initial
Cataract.
drive.
There we go.
Our time to shine.
You know what? I'm just gonna let Anius finish this. Bye-bye.
You're stronger than I thought. Suppose I underestimated you.
You're right. We are strong. Even without Van, we're fully capable of putting a stop to your schemes.
Kid's gone. What? Don't try to call foul now. A feint is a valid strategy in warfare. As Jaegers, I'm sure you know that all too well. Damn it, you failed. After all the times I told you to keep an eye on your sixes.
Nice job, Gray.
You know you're not half bad.
You've ever considering becoming an assassin? Now the Lashkar's safe, there's no need to stay here any longer.
Think you must place them on both legs. Draw.
Nice one, Gray.
Ooh, how considerate. You must be a real hit with the ladies. Not that I have eyes for anybody but S, of course.
Come on, let's get going.
We're out of there. Oh, they set a trap.
Lashkar, are you awake? Is the drug wearing off?
I don't know if I can do kid voice acting right now. Sorry, not the crying part at least.
I don't think the drugs are affecting him anymore, but he still seems pretty unstable. That's why he wanted an easy solution. Way to run away from it all. That's how they were able to reel him in.
He just has to keep moving forward. He needs to face what's going on inside him. No matter how difficult that might be. I know he can do it. Even if he did hit a bit of a snag, he still... Look out! An ambush. We'll never be able to hold off this many of them. I've got to turn the tide of your favor this time. So what's gonna be, Venom and Dev, or hand the boy over and leave her hand when there's still dance? I don't think so. You messed with the wrong kid, Scorpions.
You're a bang up job on your own, Gray. Oh, it's the other bracers, right?
Yeah! You guys! Sorry, we're late. Took a little bit of time to put together what was going on.
Sin and Elaine had other business, but I figured we could spare the rest of the crew.
Can't believe the Scorpions of Zahad were behind all this.
First time I've seen Lahad with his sword, I guess, or with his weapon.
I'm sure you filled his head with all kinds of crap trying to turn him into one of your child soldiers. I think the guild would come out in full force. What do we do, Captain? We withdraw. Too bad about the boy, but we have a little choice. Did you hear me? I said withdraw! Time to cut our losses. Can't afford to waste resources. Tomam! Damn. Would have preferred to capture them, but they're fast little suckers.
Oh, it's you.
Lashkar, I'm so sorry I didn't realize what was happening. Kinda. Damn it. Damn it all! Do you really think you've managed to calm down a little? Calm down? What do you mean calm down? Pretending to be calm was what led to all this. None of the adults understand. They'll just think I'm sad or holding a grudge. While I was just sitting around, all those Olmata bastards were killed off. So why do I still feel so empty inside? Please, somebody tell me why! I get it now. You weren't after revenge. You had all these feelings of anger and sorrow, and once it was over, everyone wanted to go right back to normal. Once I found out Nero was gone too, I just couldn't take it anymore. I thought I could just run away from it all. So when those guys from Sahad started telling me their drugs could help me escape from what I was feeling, and that I'd never lose anything ever again if I just got stronger, Lashkar, I know exactly what you're feeling, being powerless. It's... No, you don't! Grown-ups don't understand anything!
Hey, we understand a lot better than you think. I told you before, didn't I? We're the same. I lost my family to Olmata too. All I could think about was revenge. But I found my way back. That's why I'm here now.
You lost your family?
I kind of figured it was something like that. So he's finally come to terms with it.
Well, good for you. But that's why I have to... Do you really think those people were your best chance? You want to be strong, right? But if it's true strength you're after, there's a better path for that.
Oh, if there's true strength you're after, there's a better path for that. A path where no matter what style you choose, it'll be a strength you earned. A strength that's yours and yours alone. That's why that shortcut they promised can't hold a candle to what you can do on your own.
Even if it'll be a struggle to get there, you have plenty of time to find your way. You just have to be a bit patient while you look for it. That's how it was for me and S, too.
Right, I'm sure you'll find something that'll guide you in the right direction. And once you do, you'll make everyone in Cray Village proud, Annie included. Alright, I almost forgot. Charm with the Bracer Guild emblems on it.
This is the charm that Annie made for me.
At first, I thought maybe you'd just forgotten about it. Now I realize this is what you were running from all along. Because if you didn't, you might remember the person you were. The real you. If your heart still aches at the sight of it, that's a sign that you still haven't given up yet. It's not too late, Lashkar. We can move forward. Together.
Ugh. Why?
Well, that was a nice one. Nice quest. I like that we finally tackled all of that after everything that happened last game. Let him take a bit of a rest. Snowflakes falling on your face. The cold wind blows away the laughter from this treasured place, but in our memories it stays. This is where we say farewell, and the wind, it feels a little colder now. Here times ran out like a spell, but laughter's our vow. This is where we saw it through. Thick and thin, this friendship, it was built to last. Da, 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 da. I forget the last of all the words. Sorry. I really just like... I got into a groove and I was like, damn, this song really reminds me of that one, and I kind of got into it.
Well, it looks like Gray ended up being the right man for the job after all. Glad you were able to rescue the kid before it was too late.
I must commend the rest of you for coming to his aid as well. Your arrival seems to have played a pivotal role. And of course, Anya, Swin, Nadia, thank you again for all your support. Of course, we would never turn a blind eye to Lashkar, or any resident of Cray Village for that matter. Furthermore, it's our duty to help others in Van's stead. Honestly, though, we wouldn't have made it very far without a certain bracer in training laying the groundwork for us. I just did what anyone else would do. Besides, I'm the one that... Personally, Lahad was the one who impressed me the most. How'd you learn to detox someone like that? Never really thought of you as the brainy type. What, you thought I was just some meathead? See, in the Central East, it's not uncommon to run into people using drugs and herbs like that. When I was stationed at the guild there, they did a pretty good job of drilling us on all the basic treatment methods. That being said, we've only treated his symptoms. He'll need to be examined later by an actual doctor.
Will going to a doctor given a record for doing drugs, though?
Yeah, I could see that being an issue for any background checks in the future. For most people, it's a good opportunity for rehabilitation, but for Lashkar, it'll just make it harder for him to get back on the straight and narrow.
That's true. We'll need to remember to keep his future in mind when making any future decisions. Further decisions.
Yeah, let's go with Isabel.
Do you think we should let Isabel treat him in secret? That way his record will be kept clean.
The doctor from the Blacklight District? I've heard she does good work, but...
You must be joking! How can we trust him to some back alley doctor?
Take it easy, Albus.
In spite of where she's from, I can at least vouch that she's a fairly competent doctor. Still, must have a pretty good reason if you're willing to suggest something like that to us.
I do. I want Lashkar to face up to his mistakes. As we mentioned, taking him to a normal hospital will result in him having a permanent mark on his record. But it won't actually affect him until he gets older. I worry that he won't learn his lesson. Oh, I get it. You think having him treated in the Blacklight District will act as a kind of wake-up call?
Trial by fire, huh? That's surprising coming from you, Anias. Might be right, though. Could be exactly what he needs at the moment. Not you too, Lahad. Elaine, say something to them. Surely you don't think this is a good idea.
Well, it's certainly not ideal, but she makes a good point. And as long as we have some safeguards in place, yes, might be worth looking into.
The guild will handle any negotiations with Isabel. We'll raise the money for treatment, too. However, that does mean we'll be the ones settling the terms as well. We'll move forward with it as long as nobody has any objections. What do you say, little lady?
Yes, that sounds fine to me. I just want to help Lashkar get back to living a normal life again.
Understood. Let's go ahead and talk this over with Hazel. We'll get the ball rolling on everything. Well, alright, I guess I'm willing to compromise.
Thank you all for being so understanding. I suppose now's the only thing left is to deal with Lashkar's emotional state. He's been drowning in his pain for so long. I think getting him to work through it all is going to be pretty difficult. Still, I have a feeling he'll be alright in the end.
Yeah, me too. He'll be fine as long as he's got people like Gray to sympathize with him.
I think you might be overestimating what I'm capable of. I mean, it's not like I'm a therapist. Levy Arnold, B-rank bracer stationed at the head stationed at the head branch in Lemon. In Lemon. She was tasked with working undercover to gather intel. A lot of her information was obtained by spying on Almada. Unfortunately, she was killed in the line of duty. She was your older sister, wasn't she, Gray?
Damn, this is how we get the fucking lore drop on Gray? That's crazy. So that's what he meant. We know you lied about your nationality and work history to get into the guild. And we know the reason why you were trying so desperately to enter the Republic. In fact, we've known for a while now. You wanted revenge.
That's what all that training was for. And all that digging through confidential info.
So that's why he understands how Lashkar feels.
You knew the whole time? Why would you let me stay? I took advantage of my position to do so many horrible things, so why? Well, let's just say we spent a lot of time observing your behavior. I'm sure you've realized it for yourself by now, but that grudge isn't the only thing that's been motivating you.
That's right. You continue to display a strong sense of both conscience and duty. Your actions don't lie.
Kaina, are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. I think I'm finally beginning to understand what Lashkar's been going through. I just want to thank you all for giving us another chance. Of course, this isn't something you should have to shoulder on your own. It takes a village, right? I've heard you've been keeping an eye on Lashkar for a while now. They told me you leapt into action as soon as you found him. Words can't express how grateful I am.
You're that, Gray? Done a lot to help the people of Edith. So let me ask you this. Where do you want to go from here? Do you even have to ask? I want to keep moving forward, and I want to keep protecting this city. Well, if that's what you really want to do, then you better be prepared to work your ass off.
I feel like maybe I said something I shouldn't have. Everything's alright, yeah?
You're fine, Kaina. Actually, you just did Gray here a pretty big favor. I'm glad we were able to help.
Those two are gonna be just fine.
Yeah, they'll get back on their feet in no time. But it probably wouldn't hurt to check in on them every now and then.
Yeah, I want to make sure their problems end with us.
solving problems isn't exactly what I'm known for, but feels pretty good knowing we helped save a kid's future.
All in a day's work.
Finally done! Holy shit, that was a long one. It was a long one, but a good one, you know? Like, holy crap, that was... Now we gotta talk to everyone again. Give me a chance to face myself. I'm going from one son to another.
Plan on consulting with their headquarters on what to do with Gray. Well, as long as he's as passionate about bracework as he was before, I'm sure he'll be fine. Maybe I should ask them about the other thing while I'm there too.
Let's talk to them again.
Oh, brother.
Oh, good Lord Almighty. All right, finally to the to Old Town. We're an hour and a half into this shit now. I've dealt with a decent amount. Let's go over here. This one stood out to me. We only have a few things to do here. The cats. Meow, meow. Oh, what's going on over there?
Oh, they're having a little party.
Yeah, the cats in Old Town can be a little strange. Actually, the gray one seems to be their leader. Her name's Etoile.
Meow, meow.
I think she's telling us to stay out of it.
Wow, she's pretty ferocious, huh?
I guess the cats are feeling a little bold today. They're having like a little meeting here. Merm. Meow. Meow. Now this is peak. Alright, anyways.
Dad, you're back. I didn't think you'd be coming home today. I was already planning on staying at Sheena's again.
I'm so sorry, Harry. My business trip got extended by a whole week. I didn't mean to worry you.
What's the matter? Is something wrong, Mr. Hawker?
Oh, no, it's nothing. I just thought you two looked like a young couple out on a shopping trip. Sorry, I don't know what's gotten into me.
Couple? Couple? You thought we looked like a couple? Gross, keep talking like that and we'll make you eat scraps for dinner.
Oh my god.
All I can really do is keep apologizing. I just had so much trouble on my business trip. Maybe I've been putting too much pressure on Harry lately. Wish I wasn't so caught up in work all the time. Regardless, I need to find out some way of making it up to him. Maybe we can do one of his hobbies together.
I played lots and lots with Harry today. Did you know he's been staying with us this whole time? It's so much fun. Maybe he'll get to live with us forever. Why did it say something like that? Me and Sheena are just friends, you know? When are you leaving next anyway?
Ouch. Well, I have to head to Crossbill in 2 or 3 days.
Whatever. Just make sure you let me know what your schedule's like in the future.
Alright. I promise.
Thanks, Kraus.
Who the hell's Kraus?
Me and Harry are not like that at all. I'm just helping him with his chores a little, seriously.
Oh, I understand. Thank you, Sheena. I've heard you've really been helping Harry a lot lately.
Oh, well, it's nothing. You know, I've actually been helping out Mark, too.
I see you're working hard as
young love,
always.
as they say, or something. I don't know. Alright. Now we just got a few things left. A few people left to talk to, as it were. We got the usual suspects over here.
Guess Victor will never stop with the whole doting father thing, huh? I figured he'd straighten himself out once Paulette got older, but he hasn't changed a bit. Well, that's all right. Having someone to protect is a good source of enrichment for men. Don't stay out too late, you hear? There's been some strange rumors floating around lately.
Nice to be at home. Oh, how was school, you two? I still can't believe you managed to get placed in Agnes' class.
My surprise went went just as planned. You should have seen her face. Oh, and I think I might be a contender for most popular girl in class. We kind of had a lot happen today, actually.
Yeah, no kidding. It was also unexpected, too.
Not so great, then. Well, tomorrow's a new day, no? Why don't you three get some rest? We will. Thank you, Paulette. It's been almost 2 weeks since Van left, right? I wonder how he's doing. Not that I think he's incapable of taking care of himself, of course.
Sorry, I'm going too far into the Anya's voice on this one.
I just think it would be nice if he came back soon.
You know what'll be nice? I kind of just want to see more of her and frickin' Maxim together. Like, I think we've gotten a bit of it in this game so far. Yeah, no, we got some of it in like the prologue or chapter 1. I forget which, honestly. It might have been chapter 1. It might have been the prologue. I just like seeing those two together and seeing them slowly rebuild their relationship. It's really nice. And I hope we get to see more of that soon enough here. Hopefully. You never know.
Oh, welcome back, everyone.
I see you three have changed out of your uniforms.
We had to go upstairs to take care of some paperwork. Paperwork first, so we figured we'd at least get comfortable.
Huh. I'm sure you must have worked up an appetite then. Give me a few and I'll get something healthy whipped up for you three.
Thank you very much, Victor. Hey, Yume. You play chess? Talk about being all grown up. That's right. And today's the day I beat Grandpa, once and for all. Van taught me a few of his super secret chess moves.
Did he now? Well, I guess Grandpa will have to give you a run for your money, huh?
At least she's having fun.
Finally immune to the whole Grandpa Victor act, I'm guessing. This goes there, then this and this. Grandpa said he was gonna give himself a hard kneecap or whatever, but I wanna win for real. Then he'll give me a bicycle. Glad Victor takes the time to play with her. Yeah. Hey, S, their personalities are a teensy bit different, but don't you think Yume gives off the same vibes as another little lady we know?
Might be right.
I think I've heard them mention this little lady of theirs before. Well, if they're comparing her to Yume, I imagine she's just as adorable.
Yeah, I say to Yume, I could see you comparing Yume to Lapis. Maybe not quite on par.
My Yume's so cute, and she just keeps getting better and better at chess. Maybe I should throw our next match. See, I promised to buy her a bicycle if she beats me on...
No way, Grandpa. I need to beat you fair and square.
Okay, Grandpa was wrong.
He's got it bad.
Well, I'm sure she'll win eventually.
You guys headed out? Well, don't be home too late. Just give me a shout when you're back. I'll have some dinner ready.
Okay, Grandpa, it's your turn.
Well done, Yume. That was a great move.
Pick something already. Take care out there.
All right. Finally done with everything. Ignore the side quest that is floating above our heads. I will deal with that in a minute. Anything else? Just that. Pretty big monster in the garden recently. Guest Liu Jin. Feel free to use the terminal in Reset's room to get the job done. Yeah. And that one, unless it has like special dialogue for it, I'll probably just do that one off camera. Oh, wait, I haven't talked with these three. Right.
Oh, who is this?
My name is Kisara, and I was born in Northumbria. Someone named Filenkov sent me here, unless I got the wrong address. Well, if it's not, it looks like I'll be staying here for a while. Nice to meet you.
What? What? What do you mean you're gonna be staying here for a while?
I mean, that's what the old man told me. Didn't he talk to you about it? It hasn't been in contact with us for the last 3 months. Not like that's anything new, though. So, you mean he didn't tell you about me? No, not even once. Oh, God, I'm so embarrassed. It's the last time I trust that some smelly old guy. Oh, man, I can't even live with someone I don't know. She's not our dad's love child or something, right? Why'd you do this to us, Dad? Oh, my God.
Seems like they're in quite the pickle.
This is why communication's important. Sounds like that girl's had nowhere else to go. I hope they figure something out. An old guy gave me a letter, didn't he? Wait, did he want me to show it to him? He could have at least told me more instructions. That was such a bad idea. What should I do? I could just live with someone I don't know. This gets so scary too. What do I do? Can't believe he'd do something like this. He has a habit of picking up little things from all the places he visits, sure, but now he's sending us a little girl? Could he have at least checked with us first? Well, I guess this means I'll have to clear out a room for her, huh?
Allow me to assist.
But he's willing to cooperate, so that's good, you know? How much can I get here? Let's go 3.
I hope to see you again. Allow me to
Bargain
assist.
bin.
Hope to see you again.
Nothing there. All right, now we're done. All right, well, that was a solid session, I think. I did 2 sessions in a row that were, well, this one was entirely NPCs and side quests, huh? NPCs and side quests singular. That's kind of rough, ain't it? But, oh well, that's how the cookie crumbles. Next time on Trails Through Daybreak 2, we're finally gonna go do some progress and see what the night has in store for us. And I don't know what else we'll do. Hopefully we'll actually get to the plot moving onwards here. Because we did quite a bit there, but God, I want to get like on an actual plot train for a bit, for the love of God. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. And adios, ciao, and bye-bye. Signing off until next time. Ja, matane.